Um, I don't know, but this would be very interesting. I could probably do something with this, like try to like revive it. Let's get this thing started, right? It's the same every time. But we are here, Minecraft Bedrock, and I got this freaking cool add-on, which at least I think is cool. You see little firefly things, some ambiance. We got a little bee's nest right there, which is good. God rays. Are you kidding me? It has been, what, 4-5 years since I was last recording, and I would have never expected that Bedrock could get to this place. It's absolutely insane. It's a beautiful noise. Everything is amazing. This is what I feel like Bedrock has finally, at least in my opinion, caught up. Well, it is catching up to Java in a way that I really did not think was going to be possible, honestly. I really just need to check this real quick. Anything good? Chest plate, not terrible. Clock, not the best. Nothing was really that good. Was it worth it? No, but that portal will be awesome. I'm telling you, I'm gonna fix it. We're gonna fix it up. We're gonna have a giant portal. Probably we'll get, I'll even surround it with gold blocks like it was. I could probably do something with this. Try to revive it. That could be an interesting thing. And a cherry blossom. And we got a little bit of a desert. What is over there? We got some birch, we got some dark oak, we got the cherry, we got another ruined nether portal, we got abandoned village, we got a regular village. We pretty much have access to a lot of the cool things. We got mushroom, we have this beautiful river system. Are you kidding me? Like, this is gorgeous. I thought my last recording attempt, I thought that place was nice, but I think this is the one. I think this is genuinely the one. I think I have it. So look, it should be even now. Let's see. Yep, that looks a lot better. Is that a pale garden? There's no way. I thought they were kind of hard to find. There's no way. If this is actually a pale garden, I'm gonna be actually very excited. Dude, what the heck? It's a pale garden. A roofed forest. I think it's a pale garden. It's gotta be. Oh my goodness. This is actually insane. We're by a pale garden. I know my ways of building are probably really strange. Let's see. We can do an upside down U glass window. I go like that. Because look at the way that oh, amazing. We can do the same here. So, whoops. Now that we have some sort of game plan, all we need to do now is get, how does this look? Do I like this color scheme? I don't know. We'll see what happens. We could use, we could get some shears and get some mushroom for the roof of the house. I've been doing this 6 hours probably in total, just trying to get silk touch. Too much. This is obviously where I'm gonna put a farm. You're kidding me. Have I been recording this whole time without it not working? Anyway, I found one of these. There's no way, man. I found 2 of these, but I really hope I haven't been recording without it working. I'd be very upset. I've been doing this 6 hours probably in total, just trying to get silk touch. That was my last one. Good. Wow. This thing breaks like butter. I'm just gonna get a few of the stems. I don't probably need them. It may not be a good idea. We have 45. I don't know. While we have silk touch, you never know. This is a teensy tiny attic, man. But it's okay. And we're gonna probably have to move this and this. I really hope this turns out good. If it looks like garbage, I'm gonna be a little bit sad. I like it. Oh, I like that. That red looks nice. I could probably do a little bit more curve in it. I could probably do that easily. I already know what the issue is with it. So we just need, oh, what is this? I didn't like that noise. Oh, that is pretty. So, after hours and hours and hours of work, I think I finally have the starter base just about finished. Look at that. Oh, beautiful. Look at this amazing cinematography. I'll talk about that more afterwards, but look at this. We got this kind of like faux balcony going on. That door leads nowhere. There's literally dirt behind it. We got these amazing, beautiful windows, and of course I can see in the background some of that dirt needs to be planks. I'll fix that off camera. Whatever, man. I've been working on this for like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours. I'll do that off camera, damn it. village. Stick with me. Stick with me. Abandoned village. Pale garden. Pale garden. Abandoned village. Now, I think you understand what I'm trying to say, right? Because obviously what I'm saying is I'm going to get a bunch of resin, pale wood, all that stuff, and I'm going to restore the abandoned village in the style of the Pale Gardens palette. Essentially, maybe a few of these villagers, maybe they went, explored a little bit, as they do, which is why we have villages all over the Minecraft world. Look at this. Riveting content. Why do y'all keep letting me choose these insane projects? It took me 2 night cycles to just get 2.5. I'm just now realizing the scope of the project that I decided to do on a whim. So I'm going to do that. And I hate myself. It's very simple. You got your 2 creaking hearts, got everything covered in buttons so the sap can't go onto those inconvenient sides. Really, I only have it, and as you'll see here in a second, there's only 2 spots where the creakings can spawn. And not knowing the journey and the countless hours I had ahead of me of clicking, creaking, I climbed up. My eyes, as you can see, once full of hope. As I locked in, I didn't realize how much of a toll it would have on me and my family. Nah, I'm just kidding. It has been so many hours, and I'm going to be honest, I'm going to be fully transparent. I do not have all the resources to do this whole village in a single episode. It might even take 3 episodes. I'm going to be completely honest, this is a huge freaking project that I decided to do on episode 2. I didn't know. We might do one part, and we'll do one part. This is a couple hours of work. We'll do a couple buildings, probably the front ones, just because that's going to be the closest ones that we can see. And I will do resin gathering and whatnot in the background. I will probably put off the next 2 or 3 parts of this village restoration into maybe a few more episodes down the line. I just didn't realize. I made a few mock designs in a creative world, and I did not realize how difficult it is to get resin. This was the first time I've ever messed with resin and all that jazz. And I didn't realize how insane it is. So I'm not going to lie to you guys, but I do want to get something done today. I've put in a few hours. This is 1 or 2 days later after I, started recording. We're going to be fixing this up and all that jazz. And we are going to start with this one. But I'm going to get as much done as I can with these resources. Whatever I don't get done, I will probably need to figure out a way to make a more efficient resin farm. I'll probably need to expand it. I was really not wanting to do that super early on, getting something too crazy, but you gotta do. And I want to make this right. For a little bit, I was considering just maybe using a mixed palette of things that weren't Pale Garden related, but set a goal for myself. And I'm going to do it. And I didn't necessarily say to be 1 episode, so I'm fine making this a multi-episodic quest. I wasted all this time. Come on. But I think it's going to look really good, for real. That's why I want you guys to trust me. I think it's going to look really good. So what we're going to do is actually I'm probably going to go into the fancy mode. So take 2. I just recorded the other voiceovers. Somehow, in the 2 minutes between me recording those and me recording the first take, I hit the mute button. So yes, now I get to talk continuously for another 4 minutes. Or I don't know, maybe I'll put some music on. Maybe I'll stop talking halfway through, let y'all get a break from my voice, which I'm sure y'all are probably really wanting that. But if I'm being honest, I didn't realize the magnitude of resin I would need. But I'll do it. It's no big issue. I'm pretty much already built half of one with the one I showed you earlier. And from the house on the cliff, man, it looks amazing. Hey guys, welcome back. Lazuli here. And as you could see from that intro sequence, we are building a bridge. Now, off camera, I built this little path here. Nothing too crazy. I decided to do it off camera because I suck at building a path. We're going to be building a bridge. Because, as you saw, those drowns, them things are like piranhas. I have some images on my other monitor. I do like the idea of having it be dark oak. So really the first thing we need to do is figure out how wide we want it to be. I think that's fine. So it's going to be 4 wide on each side. So let me see where I want it exactly to end. We could probably do it like that. So now we have the beginning and the end. We're basically done. Oh shoot, you know what I'm gonna do? Let me record this in the replay mod as well. That way I can maybe switch back and forth. That could be kind of cool. This might be one of those things where I do have to switch to time-lapse mode just because I probably am going to be doing a lot of thinking and whatnot. So apparently, not planning things out before I start is not the move. So let me switch to time-lapse mode, get this going. Of course, I'll be talking in the background, just what I'm doing and where my mind is. And then I will be back in real time after I have it either done or I have a plan going. Quick update. I have, as you can see over there, the floor done. Now, you're not going to be able to see that being built, but the replay mod, I guess, has a limit. I don't know what it is, but it was about 20 minutes of footage, and it just bugged out, which I guess makes sense. It's probably way, I don't know. These things have quirks. It'll just take me a while to, I guess, get used to doing the replay, seeing what the limits are exactly. So what we're gonna do now is I'm going to just do the base, the sides, and the foundation. I'm gonna do the replay mod again. I guess I'll just have to do 5-minute increments. So I guess let's see how that goes. I do want there to be stone bricks on the side. I'm just looking to make sure. Now I don't know what I want below this. Probably do a brick underside. Let's see how that's gonna look. I feel like that makes the most sense. But regardless, we're gonna do like this. Probably start it there, have it go up like that. And then we're probably gonna have the first 3 blocks out this be all the way down, maybe 4. And oops, not there. And then we'll have to do a curve because I don't think it would look good having it fully solid all the way through. Let's switch to time-lapse mode and see what I can come up with. What do you got here? Pufferfish. Interesting. Well, anyway, I'm still trying to figure out the kinks of the freaking replay mod. I'm guessing about 10 minutes is the cutoff before it starts getting janky. I pretty much lost the footage again. I honestly had to go back and build some of it because, like I said, I think around there it starts malfunctioning. So I think in the future, when I'm doing a time-lapse, I will probably have to set like a 9-minute timer just to be safe. I do want to get it, of course, where y'all can see everything I'm building in the way that I want you to see it, which is going to be a time-lapse. That's the whole point I got the replay mod. But it's not that big of a deal. I've never made, especially the diagonal one that isn't perfectly diagonal. I guess you'd say it's more like a rounded one. I've never made anything like that, honestly. So I think for my first time, especially for sort of a complicated design, I think I did pretty well. That should be as even as I can get it. I think that looks pretty good. I feel like that looks a lot better. So now that we got that, like I said, we just need to make a few more lanterns and we need to move these real quick. I'm still confused as to how I got it uneven. Yeah, it looks great. I will definitely do those little bumpies. Do I like this or do I hate it? Do I like it or do I hate it? I think I like it. We're not going to overthink it. Like I said, this was supposed to be an easy project. So we're not going to overthink it. I think, let's see. And honestly, for us only being on episode 3 and I'm 130 days in, that's kind of ridiculous. And that just goes to show you how crazy the first 2 episode ideas were. Because that's like, what, spending 50 days per episode average is crazy. And this one I know did not take anywhere near that. Let's go here. Come here. I think there's a, let's see what it looks like from here. I really like that. Oh yes. And I'll probably do a little cinematic thing from it, with it. But I think that looks really cool. See it all in action. Oh yes, this world is coming along so nicely, and like I said, we're only on episode 3, and I like taking it slow. Like I said, we're on a day 130. Today, I'm not only designing a greenhouse style farm, but I'm going to show you how to make a super simple, starter friendly, automatic sugarcane farm. This thing is completely quartzless. You don't even need to go to the nether to do it. What we're going to do now is we're going to fill in the base. So I'm recording and doing the replay mod. Hopefully that looks good. So I can just switch back and forth as I please. Okay. Well, I still won't have enough for the roof. So I'm going to go put some to smelt and then we will start on the walls. I did experiment with like an orange glass. I think it looked okay. But yeah, so if you were interested in the quartless automatic sugarcane farm, definitely stay until the end, because it's definitely a lot easier than you think. I am really tempted to, I will keep the layout of the village. I'm really tempted to make custom houses. I pretty much just remade the actual villages just in the palette of the Pale Garden. But I'm really tempted to just give everything a custom house, loosely based on their design. So hopefully you would still be able to but yeah, I just feel like it could be much more interesting than I have it. Okay. Greenhouses. I don't think they sometimes maybe made of glass, but I think it's like some sort of plasticky thing. So regardless, either way, this is going to be the best way to simulate that. I think definitely that will be something I will do, is just redoing them. I think it was. Okay. Also, unfortunately, the footage of me, well, it wasn't, I guess not that unfortunate, I was just feeling the glass. It got corrupted, man. I need to remember it can't be more than 10 minutes. Okay. What? He is whining, whiny dog. Okay, you can come up here, but you're gonna have to stay up here. Okay, we can start to do the internal area. What are we thinking with this? There's like something simple. It doesn't have to be anything like crazy. Hopefully once we get a few of these houses, or like most of these houses done, we can actually, what is English? We can actually get the villagers back and start like trading with them. Bummer on that one. Oh, it's gonna be real close. No, it's not. I don't know what close means, apparently. Then we'll see how much glass has been smelted. At the very least, we can have the glass done. I guess we're a little bit just too far from that, but that's, I feel like, if you can see it that clearly, you shouldn't be that far. Like, you shouldn't be so... Bro, man. That's so annoying. Okay, let's see if that's enough. Dude, I really need to get good with these freaking measurements. Oh, and I wasted all of this glass. What a bummer, man. Okay. Maybe. Maybe it will. Maybe it won't. Maybe it shan't. Maybe it shan't. I'm not sure yet if I like how it looks or not. We have other parts we need to cover. There's no way. Hopefully that shows in... Hopefully that shows in the replay, because that was like instant. Dang. Now for the size we can... Yeah, we'll do that. Oh, heck yeah. This should be hopefully more than enough. And this should be the last time we come up here, so we'll close that off. And we'll come over here. Oh, 48 is not going to be more than enough. Also, I believe I put slabs on these, but we'll see how I like it without the slabs. Okay, because we are going to want it like here, and then here, and here, and then here. So we still need like 5 more at least. Should probably also be recording this one. Why did I do that? We're good, we're fine. We're fine. It is what it is. I got it fixed. And we were making lanterns. Okay. Against my better judgment, I'm going to use this again. This is probably going to be, like I said, the easiest you could do. You could do this whole thing in like cobblestone and oak if you want. It could be anything, really. I mean, you don't have to do glass either. You could have it really just be like open concept. I would probably maybe put fences. Fences can be kind of nice, at least for these. You really don't need a roof. You can just make it a square. But anyway, this part is done. So real quick, I'm going to show you the genius. The genius. The ingenuity that is this machine. So of course, as you know, to really get these going, you know, what would you call it? You would really want to have a observer. That would be the best case scenario, would be an observer. But of course, you know, sometimes like I said, you might be new, like you might be in new worlds and you might not have access to an observer, or like to, you don't want to go to the nether too soon, maybe, whatever. Maybe there's really, I mean, it can be any reason really, it doesn't have to be anything specific. When I first came up with this was before the nether update. I didn't want to go in there and like make another spawn and all that stuff. And so what I came up with was, it's kind of like a random tick generator. Let's see, will this still work like this? Come on. Okay, so that one doesn't work like that. Okay, now what if we do this? I think I got it. So we do this. Yeah. So look, this is a perfectly random thing. You just saw that. He's gonna just keep walking back. Look at that, he just did it again. And of course, under this, you know, you would want to have some sort of hopper system, whether that be just hoppers or like a hopper minecart. He should just walk off of it. Yeah. And of course, if it's going too much, you can always make it wider. Making it, you know, 1x6, 1x7. I wouldn't do more than 1x10, just because I feel like that might be too long at that point. But yeah, this is totally like a totally good option if you have one. The only thing I would also do is name the pig. You don't want it to despawn, because that could be bad. But yeah, this is, like I said, this is a super easy beginner automatic farm, and like it is completely automatic. Because like I said, the pig will, you know, do its RNG, like walk forward, walk backwards. Occasionally it will hit it, and if it's at least 1x5, it should give it enough time to allow the sugarcane to grow. And I remember I did this on one of my worlds, and it was giving me stacks of sugarcane, just having it running in the background. So it does work, I know for a fact. Guys, today is going to be a great episode. I can feel it in my bones. So we're just in here for no particular reason. Guys, look at this. I did not even know you could put shaders on worlds. Look how awesome this looks. Are you kidding me? Look how vibrant it is. Oh my goodness. Also got like a little animation thing. This just looks so much. Look at this. Doesn't this look so good in the friggin' shader, bro? Don't look at me with those big green eyes. Are you kidding me? Today we're switching things up, not just with the shaders, but I got me a little coffee. There's no Diet Coke here. I didn't drink like 3 cups of that earlier, so I switched it up. No, look at this. You got like this kind of like reflection on there, and look at this. You're not gonna believe what the water looks like. It's wavy. It is freaking wavy. But yeah, today we're going to, I need to put this up. Today we're going to redo these houses. We can do better. We can do better. We're gonna show these villagers, when we finally get them, that we can do better than just the vanilla houses. We have no tools, nothing, zilch, nada. Oh yeah, new skin, everything, new everything. So a lot of new things today, a lot of new things, exciting day. But yeah, let me go get some iron, and I will see you guys in a little bit. Okay, I'm back real quick, but look at this, it just looks so good. And also, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I have one of these texture packs has like variations and things. So for example, as you can see, some of these have more of these little white speckles. That's the same. It should be for wood, cobblestone, grass, I even believe. Stone, cobblestone, grass, all that good stuff. Just some small things like that, just to make the world feel a little bit more natural. So we're gonna want to keep everything pale garden themed, and I'm probably want to figure out how to incorporate more of the creaking into this. But yeah, so I guess I'll go into that time-lapse mode. I am super excited, guys. I just think it's gonna look so amazing, and I honestly cannot wait for us to finish this and get villagers in it. It's gonna be so lively. So enough yapping, let's start build-dapping. Yeah. Okay, so we're starting with the watchtower. Honestly, I really love how this one turned out. It did use up the majority of my resin, but I don't regret a thing. It looks beautiful. I didn't want to go with any like design too crazy, so it still uses aspects of the regular vanilla villages. You know, you have the wood on the corners for support, and as you can see, I have my resin right there for the wall. Did a little bit of texture, nothing too insane. I mean, really only have just the regular resin block that I can do for texturing. And as you can see, there's a little spiral staircase. But like I said, I wanted something simple, but better. Like I said, I wanted this to be something that legitimately could be in a village. And I'll tell you about that after this. Guys, this is insane, and it's still loading in. Are you kidding me with this? And now we're back. As you can see, you're just basically finishing the walls, put a little texturing, had the stairs on the bottom. I decided to actually do a little bit of a change. Like I said, I know I'm keeping it pretty similar to the village style, but I decided to put some stripped pale oak logs right there with some fences on top. I love how the stripped oak looks. In my opinion, everything else, all the other logs, when you strip them, they still stay pretty similar as far as I can remember. But this one, it just looks so nice. It's such a smooth texture, and I think that it was a great idea for me to put that little extension just to add a little something. Especially with it being such a tall building, you would want a little bit more support on the bottom. And so as you can see here, I just upped that a little bit more, and then we can start up here. Like I said, nothing too crazy. I'm going to put some fences right there and some fences along the edges so I don't fall off, of course. And it's just going to be a very simple roof. I believe it's just a mix of stairs, slabs, and actual blocks. I do go back and I do that. I do end up having just regular logs right there. I think it makes a nice contrast. Having the white did look okay, but I wanted it to be a clear cut, basically. And I do end up doing this for some of the other buildings as well, where I try to get that white next to the orange, but I do like a more distinct cut between the two. So as you can see here, just very simple. I put a little lantern there on a chain. I love how these lanterns look moving around. It looks a little silly here in the time lapse, but in real time, swinging slowly, it looks very nice. It just gives a little bit of energy and life into the world that otherwise I just was not seeing. I do love vanilla Minecraft, but just having this just makes it that much more interesting for me. And I'm definitely loving the world so far. I have tons of plans, and doing things like this to change up the game for me, because I can always, if I get bored of this shader, let's do another shader that completely changes the vibe. I could pretty much, with the endless amount of shaders, we could always have something interesting going on in the world, and it could be shaders, texture packs, anything. And I'm really looking forward to that, and I hope that you guys are too. But pretty much it's done. I do end up after the recording just finishing up that little piece of wood there that I'm missing in the corner. And let's see, I should be, and then right now I did this for the first one and I forgot to do it for the second too, but I take the sign off and I go over here. It's a great big, you know, transition I got going on, the mayor's house, and the door was supposed to close, but in that video, for whatever reason, the replay mod does not show doors closing, but it's okay. Now here I do initially put up pale logs, but I just did not like the way it was looking. I wanted to have white walls for this one, and just having pale logs with it was just too much of one color. I wanted to look a little bit more like a richer feel, a little bit classier, but just having all that white was not doing it for me. So as you can see, I come through here and I put regular logs, and I go and put my texturing, and I'm trying to get better at texturing. I'm really not the best texturing and interior design, that's something I do want to improve on. I think exteriorly I can do okay. I think I did really well with the greenhouse, and this is looking good. I do end up changing these pillars. I do want to have the pillars, like I said, I want it to feel classier and old money type thing. Like this mayor's house has been there since the beginning of the village. And let's see what we're doing now. Let's see. So we were just filming this. I'm doing this all on one take. You know what I mean? It's 1 a.m. just about, and I'm hitting the mic. And I want to get this done. I want to have some voiceover here. I hope that it turns out well for you guys. Of course, it's just going to take some trial and error. And let's see. I put the doors, and with this one, I'm actually quite happy with how the roof turns out. It was just going to be a simple triangle roof like I'm doing here. I do end up going back and changing it. It just looked a little too boring for me. And I think height wise, it was a little weird. It was either too high or too low. I'm trying to remember. I want to say it was too high somehow. And so I basically come in here, take it off. And I don't know how I came up with this, because it's not like I only do that one block right here and I don't do it again. So it's not like I'm using some sort of pattern. So it kind of juts out. It's almost like rocket shape almost, where it's wider on the bottom, then there's a steep vertical, and then it continues. And I really like that. But I do want to say, those resin splotches all over everything, I do not keep that. I know it looks bad. At the moment I was experimenting with it, but I know it looks really bad. So don't worry, we take them off. Do not judge me. We take them off. And so let's see what I'm doing here. Just continuing building. I'm trying to figure out how I want the roof to merge with that front section. I do finally get something going. It's not exactly a perfect point. I do come across that issue a lot where I forget to make it even. I do like going odds in my dimension. I don't know why. I think it's mainly for the door. And so we're going through here, and I've got a little bit of work done in between clips, just because, like I said, I had to go back and get some more resin because that watchtower took all my resin. And we go in here, we put a nice window up in the attic, as you're going to see in a few seconds. And at the moment, it's going to be the attic touching that bare pale wood. And I do end up going back and actually adding just the regular logs. Like I said, I love the white, the orange, and the kind of grayish, but I feel like the white and the gray can't really touch. It doesn't look that good, at least to me. Oh, through here, I like this little ceiling design I did. I don't know why I decided to do it. I wanted to switch it up, and it was really expensive wood-wise. Pale oak. It's not even hard to get. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm acting like it's expensive, but what am I moving? Oh, this is okay. So like I said, I didn't do that transition where I take the sign off, but this is now the training grounds. And by this point, this is day 3 that I'm working on, this IRL day 3. I'm pretty much out of wood. I've been building for hours, and I could have spent like 3 or 4 in-game nights hitting the creaking, but I decided, you know what? Let's do something actually interesting. I've never really done anything like this. I'm going to do an open concept. I know that sounds weird, but I'm going to do an open concept. So it is going to have a wall on the side facing the mayor's house. But like I said, I'm not going to have enough resin to do the roof and everything. I really don't want to get more wood to do the walls. So we're going to have that backside where you see all of those target blocks and what are they called? Armor stands. That's going to be open, exactly as you see right now. It's going to be open, and I think it really looks nice, especially for a training hall slash training area. You come in through those doors, and I'm going to have tables there with swords, arrows, bows and arrows, stuff like that. And you're going to see what this fence is actually for. There's a reason. That's basically the edge of where you can shoot at, so you have a limit. You can't go any further past that, and you're trying to shoot all those target blocks, and you have the armor stands to spar there. Obviously we can't actually spar with the armor stands, but regardless, I am so proud of all 3 buildings. I hope you guys like them. If you have anything to say, positive, constructive, please leave them down in the comments below. But let's continue. Smelting in Minecraft can be painfully slow and actually very inefficient if you don't know what you're doing, but this setup changes everything. Hey, my name is Mazzuli, and in my survival world, as you can see, I am rebuilding this village into a pale garden village called Palehaven. With all the resin I need, I can't afford to waste time smelting manually, so that's why Today we are going to be building this amazing auto smelter that I came up with. Let me show you how it works, all the materials you're going to need, and you'll be able to build this incredibly easy and efficient auto smelter in your world too. So before we begin, here are the materials, nothing too crazy. I'll leave it on screen for a second. So really all you're going to need to do is you're going to have an 8x8 spot. You're going to place down 4 blocks like this, little diagonal each side, 3 right here, then another 3 right here. Then you're going to come back and make this little square. And this is really all the area you're going to need. Very simple, very easy. You're going to take a chest and you're going to put it right here. And you're probably like, wow, that is definitely not enough space. But hey, how about you trust me, yeah? How about you trust me for a change? No, I'm just kidding. We're going to do a little bit of this. And that's actually going to be the... Actually, it's nighttime. Let's take a quick... Well, no, that's not what I want to do. We're going to then put the... Well, if I can stop putting things in here. We're going to put the furnace. We have 8 of them. I'm pretty sure I've shown you all the materials you're going to need so far. 8 of them just like that. Very easy. And we're going to take a little sleep real quick. We're going to put hoppers on this. And a lot of this is going to be pretty standard stuff. These 2 right here are actually redundant, so save you 2 hoppers. But just essentially the shape and the size that I have it at is pretty unique. I didn't see anybody else doing anything remotely similar. Let's see, how many do we need? 3 more. We're going to take from this one. We really shouldn't be wasting anything if we don't have to, which is entirely the point of building this. Let's see, put some right here. And now on top of here, we are going to be, let's change the slide. I have a few pictures that I took. We're going to need to get our powered rails and our regular rails. And where is this? Get rid of this right here. Put regular rails right there. Powered rails right here. And that is good so far for that top one. And we are going to need 2, 5, 7 more hoppers. Not a problem. And it's pretty much just going to be the exact same process. We are going to need to make a few more powered rails. These are just essentially rails that I stole from one of the mini abandoned mine shafts that we have. What do I need? Sticks? I probably need to put this up for a second. Powered rails, we need redstone dust, which I know I have here. Let's see, 7. That's not going to be enough, is it? Okay, so that's not enough. So I built this in my test world, so I'm trying to remember everything. Nothing too crazy though. We're going to want to move this up here, and for this one we are going to want to have this here, and then we'll go up. Let me get some wood real quick. We have the wood now, so let's keep on going. Hopefully, if there's somebody showering in the next room, hopefully you guys cannot hear them blasting Gangnam Style. That would be quite embarrassing. Yes, it would. Get it? Would. So let's see, we have that right there. Now, real quick, what we're going to do, put that there, make that. Then we're going to put this here. Easily, now we got that powered. And then for these, really I'm supposed to be doing, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 3. Let's do 4. 4 times 9, 36. I do not have enough redstone. In my other world, I had redstone blocks. However, we will have to just use these for the time being, but I think it does look nicer if you use redstone blocks as opposed to just redstone torches, but it's to your own discretion. You don't need to use 4. I use 4 because I like it to be symmetrical. So now all of these are powered. Now all we have to do here is we are going to raise this up like so. And then we are going to raise this up like that. And then for this one, oh, we may not have, surely we do. Really, we're missing, let's mine some trees real quick. This tree has got to go. But it's honestly just about done. It's a super simple design. I just haven't seen anyone do it like a super compact. I've seen people do it linear, and that does work technically. But I think it just looks way better if you have it. Is that 3? Do I have a 3 wide here? Let's see. I do have a 3 wide here. 1, 2, 3. Let me zoom into this. Let me Jarvis enhance. So we have this here. So it actually looks like it's going out one more. So it's doing a staircase thing. Oh, wouldn't you know? I don't have enough wood. Let's get another piece of wood. Let's just kill these 2 trees real quick. And you don't have to use wood. I'm just stupid like that. Let's see. And trust me, I'm going to have this stripped. Yes, stripped is the word. And then we're going to do a little bit of this. I believe that's actually all the wood we need. So now we're going to put a thing there. And we are actually going to move this one right there. And then we're going to get regular. There we go. Perfect. So this is basically done. We just need to make 2 levers. And let's see. One needs to go right here. So if I do this, it's powered. If I do that, perfect. Now all we really have to do is get 2 chests that are empty, such as this. Well, when you actually need 4, if we're being completely honest. Especially with the amount of resin I'm going to be smelting, we definitely are going to want 4. We're going to put some right there. And we're going to break this. Take all the goodies I have inside. And now this one is going to go right there. And let's see, that is... I need 1 more tree, guys. Be so patient with me. I just need 1 more tree. And by 1 more tree, I need 2 more trees, guys. Be patient with me. So now this one is just an aesthetic thing. You don't have to do it, but I am gonna do it because I am aesthetic. If you want yours to look ugly, that's your prerogative, man. But hey, I don't want mine to look ugly. So now here we go. Now I'm going to just strip all of this because who needs to have an axe that isn't broken? And it's done. Anything else is just going to be aesthetic. For example, I'm probably going to get some trapdoors to put around this in some of the areas. But that's, like I said, that's just going to be purely aesthetic. So for example, we have that much. Let's put this somewhere. We don't need all this crap. That we can put there. And we have somewhere I know we have. Here we go. We have kelp. Yes. Oh, no. You know what we need? We need to make a hopper, 2 hopper minecarts. Duh. So I need to make 2 minecarts, and then I need to make 2 hoppers. Guys, be patient. I need to kill 1 more tree. That's it. Just 1 more tree, guys. It was always just 1 more tree. So we make 2 of these. Then we make 2 hoppers. Then we make 2 hopper minecarts. And now you put 1 here and 1 there. And the one right here is going to be what you want smelted, and this is going to be the fuel one. Dog. That's going to be the fuel one. So if you wanted to like put a little sign or something, I don't necessarily, but just for the sake of the video, I'll probably actually in the future do some sort of maybe item frame. I think an item frame would look very nice. But you would just put raw material. I'm about to kill this dog. And fuel. So for example, we have all this resin. Very much stacks that I need to get smelted. I don't really have a lot of fuel, believe it or not. So we'll just put random crap in here. Probably not what I should be doing, but we will. We'll just put random crap. And let me turn on this off. Okay, I'm back and I did a little bit of redecorating. Actually went to go get some redstone, all that good stuff. Put some lanterns out, nothing too crazy. Extended this one over just so I could have some hanging lanterns. Let's see, I put some resin in there. It should be full. Yep. And here I actually went ahead and put some wooden slabs. I actually am kind of surprised that it took all of it. So now we're going to start the clock. Let's see. Let me time this. We'll do 30 seconds. We'll let it go for 30 seconds and we can see how much we get. And I'll give it a little second just to give it enough time to start smelting. And the clock is going. But I think it's a very simple design, nothing too crazy, nothing too fancy. Definitely, other than the iron, it's definitely beginner friendly. Like I said, it's some of these, I'm not nagging on anyone else's design, but some of the other ones can be pretty expensive. But I think this is not too terrible. I haven't done any like iron farm or anything, and I was able to just mine for like 20-30 minutes. 30 seconds is up. And we already have almost half a stack in 30 seconds. And of course, we can see that what you get a stack in a minute. which is really good considering how much resin we have. And of course, if we want to, we can turn this one off, let it refill a little bit. Then you can see just how fast that thing is going to refill. Come on, any schminute out. Or if you prefer, you can just automatically put it in the minecart with the hopper. But let's say it wouldn't be too difficult for me to fill this up with resin just for how much you get per night if you're doing pretty well. But you can see we're already almost out of stack, and it's only been about a minute or so. So this is definitely something I'm going to be using in the future because we have quite a lot to do still. We have at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, probably like 7, 8, probably at least 20 buildings left in Palehaven before we finish it. And that's just the ones that are vanilla. So if I want to add anything else, that's definitely going to be extra. But this is just a really good design. Like I said, I really like how you can actually go into it. Some of the other ones, it's just like a straight line, which if it works for you, but I really like this one that you can actually enter it. I just think it looks a little bit nicer, and it feels a little bit more compact, if that makes sense. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video and enjoyed the design, please let me know. Do you see this? This is boring. I don't want boring. I don't want an old, tired, enchanting setup. I want something that not only looks good, but feels like it belongs in the world. So instead of building indoors or underground, I found this cozy little nook in the mountainside of where I live, and I'm going to turn it into a magical, enchanting area. It's going to have glowing mushrooms, natural rock formations, and just the right amount of atmosphere. This is going to be one of my favorite builds so far. Let's get started. Let's see. I'm going to do some of this. Just get a little bit of moss. That's actually probably way more than enough. We really don't need it to be all clumped up together. A little bit of this. Awesome. Take that out of the way. Make sure there's no carpets. That would be terrible. And we are gonna... What are we gonna do? This is going to go... Actually, right here, you can probably see it looks very flat, very boring right here. So what we're going to do is we are going at the edges, take it out one like that. It's dipping down because that's pretty mushroomy thing to do. Dip down a little bit. And now this one is, we're going to have like this, the edge is being squished, it's being smushed against it. So this is all going to be filled in. And I think it'll be interesting leaving it like that, not breaking that block. Because like I said, it's like the mushroom just grew here and it's squishing to the environment. Let's see, do I like this? Do I enjoy this? Does it make me happy? The answer to any of those is no. Then you may not like it. It looks fine, I think. Of course, you can agree to disagree. Wouldn't be very nice of you, but you could. I'm trying to look. I have a little picture that I did. Just some test designs to see what I like and don't like. This one we're also going to go like this. And we are going to go kind of like this. I know, very specific than this. Surely you cannot mess up. I just noticed that there's no sound for me. Bruh. There hasn't been any sound. So that's okay. I'm glad that you guys didn't tell me. That'd be the kind thing to do. Tell me there wasn't any sound, but it's just common courtesy. Do I like that? Do I like it? We'll figure this out. I think I like it. This gets bending to get over here to the sun, which I feel like is a realistic thing to do. We are going to fix this. Let's put another timer on.
8 minutes starting now.
Okay, I don't know why you're talking all of a sudden. No one gave you permission to talk. Don't get sassy with me. So now I'll look at it like this. This one is 1 on each side. This one right here is... Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm looking at the bottom whenever every time I come down here. I'm looking at the bottom. Surely we have enough, or more than what to say. That would be redonkulous. Like I said, with these being a natural thing, they're not going to be perfect, which is kind of the point, right? You want it to look natural. My schmaps. I may just, honestly, just do, I don't know. It just got cut off. We can say that maybe with it leaning against the stone. So let's give this a little see, and hopefully it looks good, which I'm almost certain it looks good. Amazing. So that means we probably have to put it like this. Now we have the mushrooms. And it's pretty much, at least for this little bit of the area, that's going to be the majority of it. Break this. Actually, we're going to break this as well. And where do I... So this goes just like here, I guess. But it looks good. Trust. We already talked about last episode about you guys not trusting me. Are you kidding me? Are you not going to trust? Come on, man. It actually goes here. Like that. And then this is looking, even with a lot of the bookshelves missing, this is actually looking very nice. And I actually don't really like having the mushroom here. I think it looks way better just as a dark oak. And I'm too late. Oh, we actually have one left. Like, that looks perfectly fine. You wouldn't really be able to tell that it's on. That is only because we don't have anything. Let's see. Now I know here we're going to break this. This is actually going to get broken. Yes, I can. We're actually going to put there, and so that's looking good. Now we're going to get some fences. Where are the fences? Didn't I have a crafting table? Oh, it's right here. Now we're going to get some fences, and we're not going to do this in replay. We're just going to do a little bit of this just because it's off limit. Now, let's see. I want to put a wall underneath, and we can always, if we wanted to, put something like this right here. And I am going to probably texture these walls. I need to learn how to do that. I'll probably have to do that off camera. I'm not the best at anything like that. Did I make that second mushroom even? If I push that forward, that's going to be not right. 1, 2, 3. So this is even. I guess the first time. 1, 2, 3. How do I? So let's give this a good look. I like it. We need to have lanterns. For example, right here is going to be a lantern. And of course, all these are going to be lanterns. I only made 5 because it's pretty expensive. So we really need to get moving with Palehaven, man. We need to get an iron farm going. Let's see. I wonder why I did it like this. Very strange. Actually, you know, we're going to do it like this. That gives it the illusion that it goes like a support beam. It's not too bad. And then we could also do it like this. So this is, we got that right there. That's really the only one we need. We could. That's 2. Yes, that being 2 kind of messes me up right here. How did I do this? Did I put this more like that? I think I did. How strange. What is up with me today? I literally have a guide in front of me and I'm still tripping apparently. So we're actually going to take this one out just so we can put that. Oh shit. Why would you do that? It's daytime. Jeez Louise. We really need to move all this over, which is kinda sad. Like this, which means if we move that over, we are going to have to move these over. But how did I get... So actually we're probably fine like this. It definitely needs bookshelves, but that's okay. We'll probably get some this episode, probably, depending on how, if it looks really nice, but it just needs the bookshelves, I will definitely just make the bookshelf. I feel like I'm losing my mind here. So that's looking good. I think what this is missing is some texturing. I was gonna do this off camera, but we'll just do a little bit around the visible area. So I'm pretty sure we have andesite, 2 andesite. We have some gravel. We could do some stairs. That should be it. I don't think anything else would really match the vibe. Should we get rid of the dirt? I think having that is fine right there. I think we could probably get rid of this. I should probably cook up some cobblestone. I really only have 8. Surely I have more. That's what I thought. I really need to get andesite. I think there's some in the mine, I want to say. That's what I want to say. So, like I said, I'm not someone who regularly does textures. I tried my hardest. It took me a while. Like I got walls and whatnot. I think it looks pretty good. I think it looks nice, very whimsical. I think this is done with the enchantment table, but we're not done for the episode. I really like these mushrooms, and I really want to add a few more around the base just to give it a little bit, some more life into the world. So now we have this basically done. I also added some shroom lights. I think it looks very nice. We also have a little secret surprise addition to it. As you can see, it's going to be these bee nests. But first, we can't just put them in there. We have to make it look kind of decent. Okay, so if I'm right, it should be... We want to do something like this. And you'll see why. Basically, well, you can probably already guess we're going to need somewhere where the bees can actually leave. So we're going to do that. And then we're going to actually put them... Let's see, let's make the bottom first, the false area. And then here we'll actually do this, just to make sure you can't see anything above this level, like that. And now, we are going to actually remove this. So it's actually not going to be up here. It's going to look like it is, but it's not actually. We're going to do some of this. And now, if we did this right, which is pretty hard to mess up, what we can do is put a bee nest here. And now, I just come to the realization that I've trapped myself, so I'm going to give them some time to leave. Come here, close this off, come out of here, and look at this. Trust me guys, this is going to look so good. It's pretty hidden. Look at that. So now we have the beehive, and watch, it's about to get nighttime, so I actually finished this perfectly. You can see it. It's not as noticeable as like it being right there. So watch, the sun's going down, and they go into the mushroom. That is, so it's morning time, wakey, and look at that. The bees emerge from the mushroom. Isn't that so cool? And it's super simple. All I did was just hide the beehive in there. And you can't, from the bottom, you're not going to be able to see it. Because we have that false roof here. And if I have these holes here, I might cover them up. But it's if they want to leave from the bottom as well. That's another option. And I could do what I did. And on the sides that they are at, actually, well, can we see the beehive from here? No, I don't think so. I'll think about it, what I want to do probably off camera, but I think it looks really cool. And it's still going to go back and forth from here and there. It's amazing. I really like it. When I had this idea, I didn't think it would look as good as it does, but I think it looks really nice. Let's just do one more lap of the actual enchanting area, which is the main focus for today. And I'm really proud of this too. Of course, you know, to look a little bit better once we have some bookshelves. I think from what we had, the vines are growing in. Oh, the vines, it looks really good. The vines were a nice touch. And for me, this would be my first time texturing like mountain areas. I think it turned out very well. Now we can't really, I guess we can fall down real quick. We want to see the big mushroom. I want to see what it looks like in when we're off the mountain. Probably add a little bit more curvature to it, but that looks probably bring up this one a little bit more right there. But that looks still pretty nice. I'm actually very happy with how everything turned out. And now we have an enchanting area that wasn't in the roof of my house. So really all I have to do is kill some cows and get some bookshelves going. But this place is turning out really nice. This is probably the best world I've done so far, in all honesty, in all of my years playing. So I'm really happy with the progress we're making. Hopefully, I don't know what the next project's going to be. There's going to be something good. Gaining momentum here. We can't slow down now. Guys, I will never get tired of seeing shaders in Minecraft Bedrock. This is insane. Like I said, I know I mentioned it in one of the previous episodes, but I just cannot believe that this level of enhancements to the game is possible. I always thought it was going to be, throttled by the coding of the game, but it's just so beautiful. And if you'd like to know how I got this going like this, definitely tell me in the comments below, and I will for sure make a video on how I was able to get shaders in my Minecraft world, because like I said, this is just gorgeous. I just cannot believe it. But this is kind of the precursor. I was just getting diamonds and I just could not. I had to say something like, oh, wow. Also, we got dripstone and I also got some lava. So we're probably going to make maybe something with dripstone today. Probably a lava farm. Look at this, the bats like that glow. What the heck? Who even thought of that? And the lapis lazuli is so beautiful. If you don't know, that's my favorite block. That's kind of how I got part of my name, like Mazuli from lapis lazuli. So I love the block. I've always liked the block. But definitely let me know in the comments and I will for sure drop a tutorial maybe in the next episode or one of those soon ones after that. But let's get on with the actual episode. We are back at my base. I got quite a few diamonds. I was able to actually get some decent enchantments, or this one I didn't actually have enough levels, but this one I got pretty decently. What we're actually going to do real quick, and I'll probably do it on the time-lapse, is I am going to just get this bridge going. Probably not on time-lapse. I'll just get it going, and we're going to be doing a little bit of errands today, but this is not going to be the main part. We'll probably end up building a little bit in Palehaven. It's been about, what, 1 or 2 episodes, I guess, if you technically count the auto smelter, but that had less to do with Palehaven and more just building it. Well, I guess all of them are, but anyway, regardless. Let me get this done, let me knock it out, put on some music, and I will see you guys in, I guess, a second for you. Also, the Minecraft Live with Happy Gas, holy cow, guys, I am so excited. I've really honestly never really gotten into Elytra. I don't know. I'm not done too much in the end, if I'm going to be honest. So something that is obtainable before the end. I mean, I've gone to the Nether plenty of times. That would be awesome. And just the idea of making, of course, you can already make a sky base, but making a sky base with a sky dock for the Happy Gas. That sounds so cool. And you can color the freaking saddle. Holy moly, guys, we are going to have so much fun with that. I cannot wait. I'm already in the beautiful. That is absolutely gorgeous. Are you kidding me? Crazy. I'm already in the spring to life. You can add that in experiments. Amazing. I have the little firefly bushes over there. I'll probably show you when I get back. But I am just so excited. These updates have been so nice, just some quality of life things. I'm also wondering, with them adding a rideable animal that you can fly, I wonder if they're gonna do anything with the dragon egg. I feel like that would be really cool if you could have a baby dragon or something and fly it, because now that's not out of the realm of possibilities. We can ride a ghast that's already an already known mob. You couldn't fly it before, now you can. You literally get an egg from the Ender Dragon. I feel like that would make sense to be able to fly an Ender Dragon. That would be really cool. Just saying, Mojang. That would be really cool. But anyway, let's get back to building. When I say let's, me. What are you guys aren't building, you're just watching. But let's get back to building the staircase. We got, I don't know if I remember this. This is awesome. Holy moly. And I love Minecraft. I love this world. This series has been so fun. Oh my goodness, I am just so excited to see what we can do. And we got a little, I don't know if I've been over here on camera before or even off camera. We could do something with turtles. Oh, it's just over here. But it just is so pretty. What is this? Whole place is just so amazing, guys. You don't know how excited this actually really gets me. I love making things look really nice, like all these flowers. Oh, perfect. Chef's kiss. I'm not gonna lie, I asked ChatGPT where I should be at to build up from here, because it's getting whatever. I needed to change the pace. So right here, we'll see if that's right. If not, and regardless, down with the AI. I hate ChatGPT. This is the worst thing that could have happened. Let's see how this looks. I think it's gonna look very nice. Yes, you already know the drill. That looks, I should probably actually go a little closer. Let's see. I like that so much. Are you kidding me? It all looks so freaking good. I don't have any of the support beams, of course. That kind of chewed up all of my dark oak logs. That'll be something off camera. Not a big deal. I could probably get some fences real quick. Let's do that. What the heck? Jump scare? I just literally put on my fence. Crazy. That looks so good. Now we actually have a way to go to and from without me having to take damage or climb up that freaking mountain every single time. We are actually making very good progress. Now I feel like we are actually connected. I should make a path. Let me make a path. There we go. Nothing too crazy. I'll probably end up doing it like I did the other one that goes to the other island. But it's just something. It looks nice, and we're finally actually physically connected to Palehaven. It's not just a separate being. It's actually connected in the world, which I think is very important, honestly. Just to give us that feeling. Look at that. It's, oh my gosh. I don't know why something as simple as a path connecting us to it would make me so happy, but I just feel like it's visually we're making progress in the world. So it's very fun. I was about to say, oh, I want to build something in here. I have to go get so much resin, but I forgot we actually put a bunch to smelt up. So very, very good, Pet Jordan. Good job. I got lazy. So this is where it's going to go. I had to take a little bit of time to find a design that I really liked. I'll have it linked below if I remember to put it. Hopefully I do. I think I will. But yes, let's go in a time-lapse mode and let's get this started. I'm really excited. Also want to know should I build a wall around this place or should I just leave it open like this? I'm not too sure yet what I want to do. Let me know if I should do it closed off or open. I can go either way. But let's get this started. So here we go, and I'm using, like I said, the reference photo. I actually had to get the new version of the replay craft real quick. Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do that. 5, and go this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll probably just do that. I wonder if I do it again, if it'll make sure that none of them on the replay are left. Because I noticed that sometimes it'll show some of them are still regular logs. Even though I know, and especially in the video, it'll show that it is actually supposed to be stripped. That's really weird. Do something like this. For the support, we'll probably actually, what I think would be better, have these just for the supports on the bottom. And on the top, we'll have just the wood. I think that'll be better. We'll fill that in a second. So let's get some wood going. Let's see, make sure I don't have anything. I think at my house I have some stairs and whatnot, but I'm too lazy, you know? We're too lazy up in here. Let's do that. Get that going. And then I believe it is just slabs, stairs and slabs. Now, of course, I'm not following this exactly, but I think it's still gonna look really nice. Let's see, so that's that. I wanna say we do a little bit of that. That's that, and we connect it like that. And then we're going to go stairs on top. So now with this, we're gonna actually do, ooh, almost knocked my drink over. I wanna say that's what they did here. So they have a little bit more space, just because theirs is way bigger, but I don't know. I don't think we need anything too crazy, especially if I'm not sure if I'm going to be making a wall. If we are making a wall, I probably would go ahead and make it a little bit bigger. Let's see, or we could do, honestly, we could move those to the side one. Let's see. I'm hoping that this version of the add-on is a little bit, I'm hesitant to say buggy, because I feel like that has a bad connotation to it, but buggy. Just because I would totally love to not have to put a timer on and just do my own thing. But I get it. I understand something like this is really probably complex. And then here, we're going to go down and we'll actually put this there. And then we'll do this here. Something like that. I like that. Yep, that looks good. It looks great. It looks fan-freaking-tastic. We're going to need way more stairs. Let's see, and we're gonna need more of these. We'll do 5. We have a crap ton of them anyway. Oh, we needed some of the pale oak. I don't know how detailed I want to get with this. Obviously this needs to be too wide. We'll have just regular resin right here, and that'll be like that. Put just there right there. Just give it a little bit more depth. We don't want anything too boring here. I hate. Boom, and we'll probably do 5, 6 more, 8 more, that's fine. We'll actually go to sleep real quick. Oh, beautiful. I freaking love this. I'm actually using a different program for the shaders. I think it's called Better Render Dragon. And like I said, I think I said it last night because this is the next day. If y'all want me to show you how I got this, just let me know. Let's see. That goes there. Is this... I don't know if I like that. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to make 2 more of these. And we're going to go up here. I don't like... Or actually, no. Here's what we're going to do. No, here's not what we're going to do. We're going to continue with my original plan. We're going to do that. Put this here. And then we'll just bring this out 1. Just like that. Let's see how that's looking. And we'll put a little bit more detail on this if need be. We just need... I think we got perfecto. Do we have any... We have 1. I really like... I think it's... Should we do something else with this? I really don't know. I kind of like how it looks, honestly. That's not what I wanted to do. I want to do something along the lines of this. I wonder how that would look if we did that. Let's get a few more. This one we're not going to put all the way around. So 8 should be perfectly fine. It's just going to be almost like it's a support. Nope. Or I wonder what if we put this as just to break up the color. Get some orange in there as opposed to just white. We do some of this. And oh, we can't do that. I wish you could. That'd be so cool. Let's see. And then maybe this one we just go like this. I know I said I had the picture as inspiration, but I'm pretty much deviating entirely from it. How does that look? Should I be taller? What do you think? Actually, let's go to the house and see what that looks like. So the recording did not take of the replay craft, so that's just going to go in my little bundle for the rest of the episode. I rebuilt some of it. I don't remember what it looked like. I do not remember. But let me try to fix it up a little bit, and I'll be right back. This is what I came up with. This is temporary. I don't know. I need to look up how to make the, what do you call those? The hanging tapestry or something. It's not a tapestry. What do you call that? It's the thing with wool. What is that called? It's not a banner. I think that would be pretty cool. It's actually the perfect amount of letters. I did not plan for, or the characters. I did not plan for that. I think that would be pretty neat. So maybe an orange letters on a white background. So just something simple. But I think, like I said, I know I'm biased. I think it looks really cool. I have it here. It's in line with the mayor's house, which I think makes sense to have it like that. But I think that's probably it. I kind of have to go. So let me know what you think. Ever since we discovered this abandoned village in episode 1, it has been calling out to me inside the game and out, begging me to fix it up. Well guys, we are not putting this off any longer. That's why before the episode began, I actually used a tutorial from, what was it called? The Bedrock guy? Let's see. The guy in Bedrock is what it is. And I'll leave a link to that below. It's a pretty easy one. It's probably the simplest one I found. I didn't want to put too much effort into it. It's going to be a temporary thing. I'm not planning on leaving this up. If I do make a resin farm, which actually wouldn't, like a permanent one, it actually wouldn't be a bad idea. It would make sense for the theme of the village. It's probably going to have an actual build, actually be integrated into the village. But today's not that day. Today we're just wanting to get some progress done. So hopefully this thing will work. I guess let's wait for night to see if it will actually work. I probably should have waited for night, but we're almost there. We're getting there. But I think this is my guy right here. I think you belong to me. Yes, sir. Look at this dude. Friggin' all spiffied up. Are you kidding me? Oh no, but he sucks. All he can do is jump. Is that Michael Jackson? What the heck? Guys, look away. I guess the truth. Will you work? Snack. So look, we're gonna start this, and it has begun. Let's put a little bit of lighty light. Look at that. We're already at 2. Amazing. I probably could replace that with a pale log. See, it's been a while. I had to actually raise this up another 10 blocks. They were, the creeping guy was spawning all over here. Very annoying. Very not fun. Not efficient. So, yep. But as you could see in the previous clip, we got a crap ton of resin. Let me show you how much we got. So this is all the bricks we got, and that's the many blocks. This is mostly for texture, so we don't need as much, but now we're ready to actually do some building, which it has been a while since we built something in here. Then we're going to try to get this quadrant done first, and then we'll see what happens. Guys, this is some professional level hating. I was looking at this to see if we got anything. I was like, that rail, that's weird. An Enderman freaking took this block. Man, that's messed up. So first things first, we're going to work on the lumber mill. I am a little hesitant to use the replay mod, but we are going to do it. I'm going to be recording just in case. So let's get this bad boy started. So let me go and tear this down real quick, and I'll be right back. So here is the main layout. Nothing too crazy. I'm trying to figure out how far up we want to go. I didn't think about that, because we are really close to the wall. But I wanted to do that by design. I think that you want to make them different. And what other way than to give them different scenarios in which they have to adapt, such as if they need a space to live. And all there is this space right here close to this wall. So let's see what we got going on here. Let's see. So if we do it any higher, it's going to pop out, really. But we could do just a flat roof. Let's just do a flat roof. Nothing crazy. I wonder what would happen if we do it just plain full block. Maybe I just about forgot to click resume, but here's actually the design I decided to go with. No, it's even. I just forgot it goes out right there. I wanted flat did not look good. It needed some sort of curvature, and I was gonna do it just like that one. It ended up how do you say it? Well, it's okay. We will guesstimate. How do you describe it? Like a triangle type thing, but it looked too similar to the mayor's house, which is right in front of it. So I decided to do it just a curved one. So I'm gonna go and fill this in, and now that we got this first wall done, I'm just gonna replicate it on all the other walls. Same design, nothing too special, so I'll be right back. So I was trying to figure out what to do here. I wanted it to be open, but I didn't know exactly what. So I've decided to do this. It's kind of a sliding door was my idea, like a barn door. So I have it, as you can see, we have 2 layers. This is the part that slides out, obviously, and I got these levers. Hopefully it conveys the message I'm trying to give, where it's like, you know, in drawers they have the little rolly thing that it goes against. So imagine it rolls in this area and the levers are what keep it there. Hopefully it gives that message, but I think it's kind of cool. It makes it open, but also it makes sense to have it where it closes. So it gives the best of both worlds, where it's not like, why is this dude got a big hole in his house? So I think it's smart. So you better agree, darn it. Before I forget, I also did, while I was waiting for the resin, well, surprise run. Look at this, guys. Look. Oh, it looks so good. I don't know why. I just feel so proud. This world it just feels amazing. And I'm so glad that I'm able to share this with you guys. I think that's what makes it really special to me. Is that those of you who have joined me in this journey, I don't know. It just really makes me really happy to think about it. So thank you. Here it is. I decided to add just a little bit of decor. I didn't have a lot of space for an actual saw. This is the little area I got. A little table saw. And of course, this is a village. There's going to be kids running around. So we got the little safety top right there. The lumber mill guy is responsible. You know, he closes it, locks it up when he's done. But yeah, and then we got some buttons here and stuff. So wood shavings and whatnot. But I think it looks really nice, especially putting it in a very small space. Definitely, it looks a lot better than it could have. It definitely looks better than it should have for the space. So I'm very proud of it. I'm going to do something. I don't know. Let's see how much time we got left. Let me knock out this livestock farmer real quick. It's going to be very simple. Probably going to have this same design. A very basic one. Really, this guy, he's pretty chill. Nothing too fancy. We're just going to have his house and a fenced area for some livestock. So I'm going to get that knocked out and I'll be right back. Now I'm putting on the finishing touches. Let's see what we got going on here. Oh, I gotta get some more fences. Let's see, do we have plenty of stuff here? I want to put right there. Let's see. I liked how it had the little garden thing in the front, so I'm going to actually use that idea. Let's see. How many do we need? 1, 2, 3, and a fence gate. Then I'll just have to bring animals in here, but that's not necessarily something I got to do now. Well, darn. I actually don't need this right now. I actually don't need that right now. I actually need 3 fence gates. Let's make us some fence gates. There we go. I want to set... Oh, we were going to do the... Do I have dirt with me? Yeah, I do. Nope, not dirt. We'll just... do like this, and we're gonna let that. If I put trapdoors, will that prevent it from turning into grass? We're gonna leave that to turn into grass. And then, do I have a flower here? Yeah, I do. Actually, what I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna get some grass, and we are gonna get some open. What are those open eye blossoms? Is that what they're called? The ones from the pale forest. Change of plants. What we're actually going to do is use the pale. See, big Brian. That's too close. I have a fix. Now it feels more on purpose. And look, I actually have. Look at this. You ain't ready. So it looks more on purpose now. Look at that bad boy. Look at that. It makes sense now. Look at that. Boom. Yeah, that's what I thought. Now I think that's probably about it for today. I'll have to go and get some iron to get some more lanterns for the roof, and I'll probably put it on these posts as well. What we could also put like a little drinking area here. That wouldn't be too bad. Let's see how that looks. I was like, I know dang well I have some. Look at that. I think that looks nice. Guys, we have made so much progress today. Trust me, I know it was probably a 15-20 minute video, but I have been working on this. It's about 1. I have been pretty much working on this since 5 p.m. So it's been a while. I know it doesn't seem like a lot for you guys, but I'm just so happy. Everything looks so nice. The chimney, chef's kiss, the lumber mill. I know I was wanting to finish this first quadrant. What I'm going to have to do is just passively, I got to figure out if I can run this overnight. I'm trying to figure out if I leave the trident killer on, if it will work throughout the night. If it does, that would be amazing. I'd probably have to put 3 or 4 double chests underneath it, but that'd be amazing. And that would allow me to focus way more, because a lot of it was waiting. But if we could do that, that would be the plan. Regardless, even if I can't get that to work, I'm going to passively, in my spare time, just let it run. Because an hour maybe tops was allowed me to do these 2 buildings, and I was able to do other things.
You